Welcome to Vital Signs. Why are we here? Because we are bringing leading edge medical, wellness, sport performance, human performance, educational content to you. We believe that we can grow together and improve the health of our communities by taking little steps. Today, I am here with a very special guest. She is an optimal health coach, Stephanie Shorr. Welcome to Vital Signs.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm very excited about this. I'd love to share what I've learned. I believe that can help people. I think that we have kind of a health crisis in our country with people not feeling well, with having not such great outcomes as they age, and I really think that can be reversed. So I'm happy to share anything I know.
So thank you for your expertise. What I really want to start with today, Steph, is I know that you have a revolutionary technology. It's been around for a while. It just hasn't been around here in the States for too long, called the BEMER. Tell me a little bit about the BEMER.
So the BEMER is not the car. It's Bio-Electro-Magnetic Energy Regulation is what it stands for. And it was invented by German physicists and it's manufactured by Swiss craftsmen. And it's basically a PEMF mat. PEMF stands for Pulse Electromagnetic Field, and it's a therapy. It mimics the intensity and the wavelengths of Earth's gravity. And what it does, they actually have put it in coils in a mat, and you can lie on a mat for 8 minutes in the morning and 8 minutes at night. And what it effectively does is give every cell in your body a tiny charge, like picture a flashlight and the batteries have dimmed. So the light's not as bright. Well, this is the same kind of thing. This charges every tiny cell in your body with a very tiny charge. It delivers more oxygen. So now your cell can produce more ATP and your cell can perform what it's supposed to do for the health of your body. Also, more nutrients are able to be delivered to the cell. The cell is able to excrete more carbon dioxide and toxins. And basically, everything's working a lot better. One thing that I didn't know is that 75% of your blood circulation is in microcapillaries, the tiniest little veins. They're so tiny. Some of them are a quarter thickness of a hair. And they go into your lymph nodes, they go into your joints, they go into everywhere. And basically, using the BEMER mat enables the body to heal itself. It doesn't heal you, but it provides what your blood needs. It's kind of like a blood therapy. So my experience, my interesting story, my experience with the BEMER started 25 years ago when I was on an icy hill in Vail, going on an inner tube down the hill, and my husband was allowed to go on his inner tube too early, and he hit me. I went 8 feet in the air, came down, and for 25 years after, I had issues with my lower right leg. Not horrible, but significant pain when I was in line at like the airport, things like that, or standing too long. And a doctor recommended that I buy the BEMER about 1.5 years ago. I put it in my bed. You put the mat in your bed, and I didn't even research it. Very unlike me, because I always deep dive into everything, but I didn't have time at the time. I noticed 1 year later, after using the BEMER mat 8 minutes in the morning, 8 minutes at night, I wasn't feeling any pain. Now, the BEMER mat didn't heal me, but it enabled my body to heal itself. And that video that you're showing now, that shows the microcapillaries. And the red cells can stack up on themselves if the circulation isn't proper. So basically what the BEMER does, it improves your circulation. It enables the blood to help to give the materials to the cell so you can heal or reduce inflammation is a big part. Also, some of the other effects I've had from the BEMER, I have a lot more energy and I sleep better. I believe that's connected.
Absolutely, Steph. And, of course, this is not meant to be taken as medical advice. Definitely consult your physician whenever we're talking about any of these things. This is for informational purposes only. But I also use the BEMER, Steph. And one of the things that has been really positive with the BEMER is it helps improve sleep, because when you have improved circulation, what it does is it allows your muscles to relax. So it actually is marketed in a lot of places to help you get better quality sleep and have that restoration that happens. Talk to me a little bit about why microcirculation and having that improved situation for your body to optimally restore during sleep. Why is that so important?
Well, when you're sleeping, your body's healing itself. And we've spoken about this in the past, but like eating before bed isn't very healthy. If you can not eat before bed, one of the things the BEMER helps do is clear what is being called electrosmog from your cells. Electrosmog is coming from all the cell towers, all the microwaves, all the unhealthy kind of electro currents that we're exposed to. The spectrum is getting kind of full. You have the healthy ones at one end, like PEMF, and then you have the electrosmog at the other. So what it does is kind of like a car wash for your brain almost to help clear the electric smog. So I believe that also contributes to better sleep. And plus, if your blood's running better, the blood's like a river in your body. All the cells need to be nurtured by the blood, and they need the nutrients that the blood's delivering. And I think it's really fascinating that we have such a no-brainer tool that we can use, and we just lie on a mat twice a day. That's not the only thing you need to do for your health. It's too much like an ultimate couch potato solution because it's so easy, but the science behind it is significant.
Absolutely. And so as we move forward and we talk about this, like what are some of the considerations when we're thinking about microcirculation during the day? Like I find that I use my BEMER in the morning and the evening, and when I get on the mat in the morning, I set it at a very high setting, and it kind of gives me a boost of energy to start my day because of the circulation. What are some of the things that it can help with during the day, the fact that we have that improved microcirculation?
Well, for one thing is it's good to vary it a little bit, like do the high maybe one out of three, but more is less with BEMER. Like the low frequency, it's really kind of like mimicking the Earth's gravity, like when they tell you to lie down on the ground for half an hour, something like that. And that's another thing. Our gravity has kind of diminished over the years. So this is kind of the ideal frequency that's being delivered by the BEMER mat. I would say during the day, I have a higher level of energy throughout the day. And I'm thinking it's because my circulation's better. That kind of, the BEMER mat, it gives a boost to your circulation for about 12 hours. That's why you do it twice a day. So you don't, like, more is not necessarily better. I asked the doctor that I work with right away. I said, well, if 8 minutes is good, isn't 12 minutes better? And he said, absolutely not. You're not going to get any more benefit. You're only going to get a certain amount. The cell can only hold so much. So that you can go on your way, you're on the mat and then you go on your day and then come back at night and recharge again. So it's a very tiny little charge for every cell. And the effect it has is profound. The sciences, it's kind of like quantum field theory is kind of the new science where our medicine is still mired down in kind of the Newtonian view of the body, like a bag of parts that can be replaced or repaired. And basically now we have quantum physics in our diagnostic equipment, but we don't have it in our treatment. This is kind of more futuristic medicine, I think.
Absolutely. And, I come from sports medicine, and we use this in athletics a lot for recovery because, whenever something happens or whenever you're working out, there's micro tears, there's micro trauma in your body. And the BEMER mat with the increased circulation helps get rid of all of that lactic acid, all of that other stuff. And so we find that it actually accelerates recovery as well. I don't know if that's something
I'm
that
really
you've seen.
excited you brought up recovery because have you heard the story about the race across America with the German bike
Oh,
riders?
yeah, share that. That would be great.
Yeah, so there's a race across America. The normal time is 7 days. BEMER had a team. They came over with their BEMER's mats in the van. And when the riders couldn't make 24 miles an hour anymore, they took them off the bikes, put them on the BEMER mat in the van. The BEMER really assists in athletic recovery because of the circulation improvement. And they finished the race in 5 days. The Austrians came in second at 7 days. And that to me is a great story of athletic performance improvement. And they're talking about, well, people use it in tennis now to recover during sets and in football to recover during their plays.
Yeah, and baseball too. After pitching, like pitchers like to utilize it after that as well. So thank you so much for this. If people are interested in learning more about the BEMER or would like to ask you more questions or get in touch with you, how can they get in touch with you and learn more about the BEMER?
They can go to livethehealthyouwant.com is my website. Just like it sounds, live the health you want. I have a BEMER website as well, Stephanie, Stephanie hyphen Shorr, SHORR.BEMERgroup.com, which is specifically, you can see the BEMER equipment right away. and reach out to me. I would love to talk to you about it. This is one of my passions. I definitely went deep down the rabbit hole of energy medicine for sure. I see the results.
Absolutely. And Steph, like, share with the audience, what is your age? Because you are a higher performing human being than most 20 and 30-year-olds I know.
I appreciate you saying that. I would not go that far. I'm 72 and a half. I haven't grown up yet. I just see so many possibilities to be healthier. That's the thing. Our bodies want to be healthy. Our bodies want us to survive. The microbes in your microbiome want to survive. They want to reproduce too. So you kind of have this whole, I don't know, huge corporation of your body behind you wanting to live and be healthy. If you can give it the materials it wants and, work with it and pay attention without being obsessed. You don't have to make it your life's work, but there's so much you can do to improve your health, and it's not even hard.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. We do have to take a brief break, but we'll be right back after these messages.